Have you ever wondered why some people just seem smarter the moment they walk into a room? Maybe they don't have a wall of degrees or drop constant trivia, yet everyone pays attention when they speak. There's a certain quality they carry, something that quietly commands respect, credibility, and intellect. Here's the secret. Appearing smarter is not about memorizing more facts, sounding robotic, or dominating every discussion. It's about small, deliberate behaviors, some psychological, some practical, that influence how others perceive your intelligence. The good news? These behaviors are easy to learn, and today we're breaking them down into the most powerful techniques you can start applying right away. Let's dive deep into the easiest, most research-backed and behaviorally effective ways to appear smarter to other people. 1. Speak less with greater intention. Have you ever heard the phrase, "better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt"? There's real power in restraint. Speaking less and saying more when you do creates a perception of intelligence and composure. People who pause before speaking and use fewer, well-chosen words appear thoughtful, measured, and confident. Instead of jumping in to fill silences, embrace them. Let pauses create gravity around your words. Resist the urge to over-explain or dominate conversations. Be known for adding value when you speak, not just noise. This practice also trains your mind to be more concise. Intelligent communication is not about saying everything you know, it's about knowing exactly what to say and when. Cultivate precision in language. You don't need to use complicated words to seem smart. In fact, studies show that people who use overly complex vocabulary are often seen as trying too hard. What actually works is precision. For instance, don't say, "he's good at talking to people." Say, "he's an articulate communicator who reads social cues exceptionally well." Instead of, "the results were really good," say, "the results exceeded expectations by 25%, showing a strong upward trend." Be the one who asks insightful questions. We often assume smart people are the ones with all the answers, but actually some of the most respected minds are those who ask the best questions. Asking great questions signals curiosity, critical thinking, and deep engagement. It shows you're not just absorbing information, you're challenging it, exploring it, and connecting it to broader ideas. Use analogies to simplify complexity. A sure sign of intelligence is the ability to take something complex and make it understandable to others. That's where analogies and metaphors come in. When you compare a difficult concept to something relatable, you make it memorable. For example, explaining blockchain as a digital ledger, like a Google Doc everyone can see but no one can edit alone, makes the technology more accessible. Control your body language. You can say all the right things, but if your body language contradicts your words, people will believe your body. Smart people tend to exhibit calm, confident, non-verbal cues. They sit or stand tall, avoid fidgeting, maintain steady eye contact, and use purposeful gestures. Read widely and cross-pollinate ideas. One of the defining traits of highly intelligent people is their ability to make connections between unrelated ideas. And the only way to develop that skill is by feeding your mind from multiple domains. Don't just read what everyone in your field is reading. Venture out. Read about biology, behavioral economics, art, philosophy, urban design. Watch documentaries, listen to podcasts, explore diverse perspectives. Be comfortable saying "I don't know." Trying to appear smart by pretending to know everything is one of the fastest ways to lose credibility. The truth is, smart people admit what they don't know, and they do it with grace. Saying "I'm not sure, but I'll look into it," or "that's a great point, I hadn't considered that angle," shows humility, self-awareness, and a desire to learn. Become an excellent listener. Intelligent people don't dominate conversations. They guide them, often by listening more than they speak. Active listening means being fully present, nodding, giving verbal cues, and summarizing what others say before adding your input. This doesn't just make people feel heard, it makes you seem deeply attentive and emotionally intelligent. Dress with subtle authority. First impressions are made in milliseconds, and one of the quickest cues people use to assess intelligence is appearance. You don't need a three-piece suit or high-fashion items. What matters is clean, intentional, and contextually appropriate dress. Slow down when you speak. Many people think that talking fast makes them sound smarter, but often the opposite is true. When you slow your speech, you give the impression of thoughtfulness and control. You also make it easier for people to follow your ideas, absorb your message, and feel your presence. Being smart isn't just about logic and knowledge, emotional intelligence. Your ability to understand, manage, and respond to emotions is equally important. People who appear emotionally intelligent remain calm under pressure, read social cues well, respond empathetically, and avoid reactive behaviors. One subtle way to appear intellectually active is to casually mention what you're currently exploring. You might say, "I've been diving into how urban planning impacts mental health. There's some fascinating data," or "I'm reading about systems thinking lately." People who seem intelligent don't float with the tide. They have clear, coherent points of view, and they can express them without being argumentative. That doesn't mean being opinionated for the sake of it. It means having a philosophy, a lens, or a way of making sense of the world that guides your thoughts. Stay curious, not just informed. There's a major difference between being knowledgeable and being curious. Knowledgeable people have facts. Curious people seek truth. Smart people are often the ones who keep asking why, or what else could be true. They go beyond the surface. They challenge their own assumptions, and they remain open to learning even when they're already informed. Let your confidence speak for itself. Here's the final truth. Intelligence is often felt more than it is heard. You don't need to prove how smart you are. In fact, trying too hard usually backfires. When you listen deeply, speak thoughtfully, carry yourself with composure, and treat others with respect, you earn influence, you earn admiration. And yes, you earn the perception of intelligence. Because at the end of the day, appearing smart isn't about performing, it's about mastering yourself. So, what's the easiest way to appear smarter? It's this. Be intentional, be curious, be calm, speak clearly, ask better questions. Listen more, simplify complexity, carry yourself with confidence, and never stop learning.